from Miami. You ever been there? No. It's okay, but it's like you died and woke up in Jew heaven.
I don't know no better, so let's blame the weather, 'cause I got no care when I hit my groove. 'Cause I got no care when I hit my groove. Well, my music's rolling, I'm on to that kick and swing, and I put Zeppelin on.
Can't believe you uncorked it. We wanted to get it on the fucking recording.
They might have picked it up. Was it rolling?
No, we weren't rolling.
Sorry.
Oh, hang on. Let's try it again.
There we go. All right.
Wow.
All right. He's starting on my left. I'm Eric Rocha from behind the Cork. Welcome to the show. And starting on my left.
Hey, it's Mitchell Verzi of the Verzi Triplets. Follow us on TikTok.
Go ahead.
This is, what up? It's your boy Luke Allen for show and Uncle Luke 2 on Instagram. Hosted live from the 405 podcast and special announcement. Show this Friday night, February 19th, 9 p.m., Fourth Wall.
But who's on there with you?
Both of the hosts of this show, both of us, and several others.
Oh.
That was a Who Framed Roger Rabbit reference.
Jesus
You
Christ.
guys dropped out of the scene. You're digital only now. You guys are like the Lawnmower Man. You're not in this plane of reality. Lawnmower Men.
All right. Well, guess what, guys?
Damn, that looks good. I don't even drink beer, and that looks fucking delicious.
I'm telling you, you want to try it?
No.
I got two
I
bottles.
know I won't like it.
Oh,
You're
I've
right.
tried all of it. I've tried chocolate. I've tried fucking teenage pussy
I know,
flavored.
I
I've tried
just-
everything. None of it works.
All right. Well, guys, I've got a very special guest.
OMG.
Forget everything I said before, but like you guys don't know who I'm gonna fucking bring on. Anyways, we have the
They
man.
read it in the episode title.
Alrighty, well, let's give our buddy a call here.
Oh, I think this might be it. Everybody hang in there.
All right.
This has got to do it.
Hello.
There he
Okay,
is.
can you hear me at all? Hello.
Now I
Lee?
can hear you.
Oh!
Okay, so
I'm
that's-
sorry
let
for
me-
you.
Let me turn it up just a little bit. Okay, how's that, buddy?
I can hear you great.
Oh, now you did,
Okay.
Eric. Tech wizard.
All right,
Producer
here we
Eric.
go. Now, let me try one more time, Lee. All right, how's the audio, buddy? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I
That's
can't
the
hear
important
Luke.
part.
Look. I thought you got that godforsaken motorcycle so you could be there fast. What happened? Did you walk?
I'm addicted to laughter and just making people happy. So I squeezed in a mic before this, and it took me a little while it's over the hill, as they say. So
How dare you?
I know. I'm sorry. I can't help it, dude. It's an addiction.
All right, well, everybody. Oh my God! I want to welcome on the show my good buddy, Mr. Lee Syatt. Lee, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm in one of the two states in the country that. I just got a Tinder message. Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
Makes one of us.
Oh yeah. Nothing. Yeah, I'm sorry. The podcast is over. I'm in one of the couple of states that doesn't have snow right now, so I'm doing just dandy.
Yeah. Do you always talk like you're in a Christmas Carol?
Really, we're gonna do this less than 2 minutes in, Eric. I generously donate my Jewish time to your podcast.
Did you take a
And
puff
you're gonna
off your
go
corncob
right
pipe after you said that? Well, one of the only states that don't have snow.
Cubs, so now we're talking fat jokes. I don't know what the fuck is happening. It's bullshit.
Sorry.
That's
My
bullshit.
agent.
That's low-hanging fruit we don't feel like reaching.
No, buddy, I gotta tell you, we missed the shit out of you, Lee.
I miss all you guys. I miss
Fucking better.
It's you and Luke.
Oh,
Oh, and Mitch. Sorry, one of the triplets.
we got Mitchell Verzi here too.
Okay, I figured, are you just keeping him in a cage in your new apartment, Eric? I just figured by now
Yeah,
you would have captured at least one of the versions.
I'm his little twink Valentine.
Well, it took some doing, but oh boy. All it took was it was one of those old Looney Tune traps with a box
Yeah.
and a stick.
He had a fishing pole with a big thing of creatine fucking hanging on it. Weightlifting powder. And
Oh fuck. Anyways, yeah, buddy, we missed the shit out of you. So, I mean, how is life after church, man? You've got your own podcast. Plug it right now. What is it?
Okay, well, it's called "What Was I Thinking," and it's not about me doing this podcast. It's about me doing my whole life. No, it's called "What Was I Thinking." I have a Patreon for Lee Syatt, and I am doing podcast consulting on Fiverr. So my life is as amazing as it sounds.
Could I hire you for this one, please? This needs a lot of consulting. I need about 3 hours. How much?
I don't think you can afford me for this one. This one is too many problems.
It's terminal. Put a bullet in it.
I don't know. Rocha did splurge for some nice headphones. So I
was going to say, I gave you headphones, you fuck.
I'm bringing the ball the way we get
What
fucking
more do you
friends.
want, you son of a bitch?
Lee, how's Florida, dude? I'm so jealous that you're out there.
Me too.
Oh, it's amazing. Well, it's the weather's beautiful. Like, it's even. I stopped on the way down and had dinner with Steve Simone and his parents because he lives up in the Tampa area now.
Mm-hmm.
And we were saying, like, right now it's better weather than LA. It's just beautiful. The only scary part is, and it's weird, like I'm a nervous little Jew most of the time, but after the past few months and almost, I guess, a year basically of things being pretty much shut down, coming down here and the first night we went to a Greek restaurant and there was literally like 100 people, just no masks in there, and I kind of got nervous. I was like, we should get takeout and not stay here. And,
fucking Greeks, leave it to them.
So that's a little weird, but other than that, 99% of it's awesome.
You know why they don't have to do that? Because they have so much hair on their body. All the COVID gets stuck in there. They have to worry about it.
I know.
Yeah, I can't get through the chest hair.
Are you Greek? Are you Greek, Lee?
No, I just look like it. No, I have enough back hair to be Greek, but no, I'm Russian.
You're Chewbacca.
Russian and Lithuanian.
Why are you in such a hurry?
By the way, Luke.
Yes.
Anyone listening should follow Luke. I think it's Uncle Luke 2 or something like that on Instagram.
That's me.
Just for your stories, and I think it's Hinge. One dating site that you send them these really like that sort of goofy message, and I don't know, like, does it work for you? Do you get responses to them, or do they just make me laugh?
That's why I'm here on Valentine's Day. I'm too, as I have my whole life, I'm more concerned with making my friends laugh than getting laid. It's a fucking lifelong problem.
Hey, at least you're getting matches. That was it's so funny. I love your responses.
I was going to say, they are the perfect icebreakers on this.
They work in Florida. Lee, when I was in Florida, they worked. They'd always write back LOL, and they would think it was cute and funny. And they would talk. Here, if I even get a response, it's just like LOL, and I'll try to keep it going, and it's just nothing.
They are cute and funny, dude. That's the worst part. Is like that whole app is like, I feel like anybody in LA that's on it just like is not there to be amused or like have fun with it. They're just like, okay, like, what am I buying here? Like, what do you have to offer me?
They're a bunch of sticks in the mud, and I would love to put my stick in their mud. You know?
I tell you, Lee, I'm sorry for the blue language.
How dare you? I can't even stand it.
Lee, I saw you posted on Twitter, man. You had that photo of your Valentine, dude. How'd you guys celebrate today?
Oh my God! I know this is a Christian podcast, so we celebrated by ourselves with a little bit of music and some oils.
Oh, very nice. Okay, yeah.
Cooking oil.
Jeez.
God damn! I just call this is like whenever I get Eric and Joey together, it's just an hour of like can we like let's see how much we can say before we cry. And your stupid laugh, Eric. You don't laugh like that for anybody else. When Joey gets going, you just egg him on. The worst.
I gotta tell you, dude. Like that was that last episode that we were all together. That was one of my favorite times hanging out. I mean,
Oh, it was great.
That was one of the best episodes of the year. It really was. That was a fucking great episode.
Well, thank you, sir. Yeah, no, I mean...
Not because of you. I'm just kidding.
No, I know. I didn't even have to be there.
No, I'm just teasing.
No, you were...
The threes. You were like a fucking machine. The trees.
Yeah, I know. That was one of the better ones before we packed it in and retired.
So, yeah, I was going to say, how is life now, buddy, post church?
Everything, I mean, it's a mix. Most of it's great. I mean, you guys understand. You guys don't. I mean, other than Mitchell. Well, actually, Mitchell, where do your parents? Do your parents live in LA or no?
We're from we're like 30 minutes outside LA, and they got divorced during the pandemic, so they're crushing.
Congratulations! Welcome to the party.
Yeah, thank you. It was a little late in life.
Welcome to the party, Victor.
It's 2 Christmases. Now you're good.
No, I wish, dude. I
both
thought it was going to be 2 Christmases. It was one really fucking awkward one, and we didn't buy any gifts for anybody.
Geez.
It was just super awkward the whole time.
Well, now you sound Jewish.
Yeah.
But I mean, Eric and Luke, they both their parents live out of state.
Mhm.
I spent a decade seeing my parents for like 3 days at a time, twice a year. So it's been nice to spend. I spent like a month and a half or 2 months with my mom, and I'm like 3 weeks into like a 6-week stay with my dad. And, so that part's been very nice, and I've really been enjoying losing some weight and doing the Patreon thing. But it's I do miss the church. But to be honest with you, and I think Joey would probably agree, our relationship has never been better. We talk 4 to 5 times a week and laugh, and he teases me still. But it's better than it was when we were working together.
Yeah, man. It's fun. How long did you guys work together? How many years?
9, something like that, 8 or 9.
Damn.
9.
9.
Yeah, just you know how I feel about the Germans. I love them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that whole.
Sorry about that.
I forgot about the Holocaust thing.
Oh, me too. I drive a VW.
Hitler named that car.
They got
Yep.
they got a good deal. They got good deals over there. What can I say?
That's how he trapped his people in the first place.
Yeah, yeah. They say that they pushed us into the train cars. They gave us a great package, and we just couldn't say no.
Travel included.
Yeah, dude, it was it was so funny listening to that last episode and seeing Pauly Shore just all over you.
Oh God, that was, and Pauly has been nice to me since, and wasn't even that mean, but he just kept touching me, and I don't like being. I don't really like being touched, and especially like he wasn't like he was like patting my shoulder. He would just like squeeze me and pinch me, and I'm very pinchable and squeezable. But like, I remember thinking I was stoned out of my mind because we recorded that a few years ago. So like, it was in the middle of like the 2,000 milligram nights.
Oh no!
He only took one,
God.
thank God. He wanted to take 2, but
Jesus.
Joey wouldn't let him. But I remember thinking, if he touches me one more time, I'm gonna have to hit him. Like I was so upset. And then it was like 30 minutes in, he just sort of pulled an Owen Benjamin and left.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Well, dude, while you said that, I was thinking like, well, you are very pinchable and like huggable, and then he did that.
I
I'm
know.
like, yeah, I can't really blame him.
I deserved every bit of
You're
it.
very huggable, but I still don't appreciate the fucking hug you gave my mother.
Hey, it's Valentine's Day. How is Mrs. Rocha?
It's Mrs. R to you.
How is my Coloradian Valentine?
Yeah, you watch your mouth, young man.
Shout out to Mrs. R.
She's doing good. She always asks about you.
Oh, good.
She says that she's still
They're the
alive, and
only-
he says
the
yes,
only
and she
woman doing that.
cries. Sorry. I stepped on you, Lee. Sorry, go ahead.
Say, last time I saw your mom, I blacked out at the pool hall. I think.
Oh, yeah. She helped me carry you to my apartment. No, honey, put the gunny sack on before he blacks out. No, I want to say, too, the documentary, I was glad that you and Joey got on that little screen time on the montage. For
you know what? I people have sent that to me. My dad and I have watched the first 2 episodes of that, which is amazing. If you haven't, it's worth doing a free trial of Showtime. It's really, really interesting. At least the first 2 episodes.
The Comedy Store documentary?
But yeah.
Okay.
The Comedy Store documentary. And, like, that picture that Troy took, like, first of all, Troy Conrad takes the best pictures of anybody.
He's great.
Yes,
And
he
that
does.
was the skinniest picture of my entire adult life. There was one day that my head was that small, and I'm glad that it was captured.
Dude, it was so fun because especially I don't know if it was because you guys were like on the next fucking plane out of town, but it was so fucking sad to see that especially just to have you guys leaving and to have that montage. It was hard to see you guys go. Like it sucked. Like I
mean, I was ready to leave LA years ago. Well, honestly, before I started stand up, but I didn't think I'd miss it. And honestly, I don't miss LA itself, to be honest. But I miss you guys, and I miss doing stand up. And it's kind of weird to miss LA. I didn't think I'd miss it at all, but I do miss hanging out with you guys and doing all that stuff. So hopefully, when this stupid year is over, I'll come back and we'll do some shows for a couple weeks or something.
Well, you can always stay at the Verzi's house.
That is truly.
No,
I said we have like 5 futons, dude. You're welcome anytime.
Are you doing any stand up down there?
No, you know what? It's sad. I've done 4 minutes since March.
Yikes!
I did 4 minutes in Appleton when I was in Wisconsin for 2 months. And and it wasn't. I don't think it was malicious, but an audience member ended up having COVID, so I had to get tested after that. And Esther Koo she has a show down here in Miami. I'm not in Miami, but it's about an hour and a half away, and she has it on Wednesdays. But I legitimately have done 4 minutes in a year, and I don't know if I'm ready to go do a real show. So.
They got outdoor. I think they got outdoor. What part of? Where are you? What part of Florida?
I think your mom lives near here, Luke. It's Boynton Beach.
You gonna go hug her?
Holy shit! She's right by Boynton Beach.
Okay.
Yeah,
I live.
I still follow their Facebook group because when I go down there, I usually do it. They have like outdoor mics and shows. Like if you want to have less COVID exposure, I could send you the dude's name. Who I know he books a lot of shit. He's super cool.
That'd be great. I mean, it's weird. My aunt or my great aunt, who's like 97, we took her to get her vaccine, and my dad is actually getting his first one tomorrow. But like I don't know. I mean, how do you guys feel? I'm still a little bit nervous about going into places like that.
I got the vaccine, so I feel good.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing that they've told me is that my semen also works as a vaccine too. So if you really need to, Lee.
Oh, you're such a gentleman.
You know,
which way do you think it would be more effective, in the mouth or through the back?
It has to be rectally. That's what the doctor recommends.
Well, no, Lee, you don't understand. Let me explain the science to you. It's a 2-shot thing. So I got to give it to you in the butt and I got to give it to you in the mouth. So I just want you to be safe.
You could start a service.
This is just for special people, Lee.
You could charge extra money for the rapid test.
No, not that one.
Yeah. There's an E in it though. RAPEID. It's a little different.
Oh God! You know what's so funny? One of the things that people always fucking ask me, Lee, was they were like, "So are you guys a couple or not?"
I know, and it used to bother you more than it would bother me.
I know. I was like, Lee, stop saying that we're a couple. And he would go, but Eric, why would you say that about me, honey? Shut the fuck up, Lee. I don't know.
I don't know why. I don't know. I feel like we had a good thing going, and you cheated on me.
I'll say, Roach, it sounds like you were the one that was not about it.
No, I wasn't.
I know.
Why?
I know.
We're from different worlds, Mitchell. You know, he eats latkes for Christmas. I can't fucking eat that.
So you just don't want to be seen with a Jew.
No, I just want to see you eating Jew food.
Eric's from Mars Bar. Lee is from Venus. Stumbled on it. Fuck, that would have been better.
Yeah, that wasn't a technical difficulty.
That was a real 1979 Who concert of fucking jokes trying to get into the fucking stadium when the door opened. Jesus. Trampled.
What a pull.
Thank you. And he saved himself.
Bro, no joke. Last week I was so hungover I thought I had COVID, so I went and got tested, and they're just like, yeah, you're fine.
Are you serious?
I paid $150 to find out.
Oh my God.
That's still that much fucking money?
Why are you paying money to get tested?
I was stupid, dude. I was just like so paranoid about it. I'm like, oh man, I had a headache. I like had some, like I was I had like chills when I woke up. Turns out I was just hungover.
How much did you drink?
Dude, it wasn't even that. I've just been like really sleep deprived lately, and I had a couple nights in a row where I drank. So it wasn't just like one terrible night that I had. It was just like a compilation of like bad sleep, nights of drinking, and then it was actually after the last episode of the podcast. It was the next morning I woke up.
You have what they
Really?
say, like a movie star doesn't show up for set, and they say he's exhausted, quote unquote.
Yes.
That's a line they give Variety.
Yeah.
You know Variety. You know who runs that magazine, Lee. And Showbiz.
Oh,
I'm an
God.
uncle, Mr. Variety.
I honestly forgot there was free test out there. So I just went to the one that like
I thought they were all free.
I thought that well, I thought it cost some money. I didn't know it was 150 fucking bucks until I paid it.
Good. Serves you right.
Yeah, dude, it was a valuable lesson not to
Who did you go to for the test? Eric? I feel like he...
that would have been a better option, honestly. That would have been a better deal.
All right, I'm gonna taste your penis, and in 5 minutes, if I give you the thumbs up, that means you're negative. If I tickle your asshole, that means it's still pending.
Like, you don't have COVID, but something's definitely wrong. I don't think COVID gives you green pus oozing out. And it don't taste like lime either. Boo.
It's not COVID, but you're going to hell. That's
I was gonna say, but this is how I got all of your brothers.
yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, it's this happened. I gotta tell you guys. So I called Lee. We'd been playing phone tag for a little bit, and then out of nowhere, Joey calls me, and so I'm on the phone with Lee, and I get these guys on the phone on a conference call, and I was like, "Hey," I go, "Hang on a second," and we just totally bombarded Lee. I was like, "Hey guys, we're on a conference call," and both Lee and Joey were like, "We just talked to each other."
Literally, we had just gone off the phone. I called you, and then Joey called him 2 seconds later. We just spent 30 minutes on the phone, and then for the next 45, Eric and Joey just teased me.
Jeez.
Dude, Joey was fucking on fire with it. What was it? He was gonna put you in a tuxedo and have a
To be
girl.
honest, I don't even remember half of the stuff he said at this point.
I say at some point you got to tune it out.
No, it's just last night he called me and told me that we're gonna do a pay-per-view that I'm finally taking a fart to the face, and he's gonna be the master of ceremonies and.
Do people get to choose his diet before he launches one in your grill?
No.
No,
Like, you don't even know. He said we're going to feed her nothing but carbs and cheese for 4 days.
He said that there was gonna be a little drop of shit that just runs out her leg, and they were gonna bring.
A little rosebud.
And then did he tell you like how much did you ask for? You asked for.
$100,000. I've asked for anything from $100,000 to $1 million, and it's always the first time I get nothing, but the second time is where I make my money. Now I have 2 of these.
And then fucking this is how Joey stops him. Joey goes, "Lee, let me ask you something. Before you start talking money, are you even union?" And Lee's like, "You know I'm not union."
Listen, I'll get you a SAG card.
That's what he tells you. He says, he goes, "I'm going to give you 60, which is more than fair, and I'm going to take some out of my own pocket and get you union. Don't even worry about it."
He's doing you a favor
Exactly.
for taking a fart to the face.
My favorite thing is he always says, "We play by the rules here. We're union."
God.
So how's your show doing, man?
Good. It's going fun. I did a few by myself, and then I had a doctor on last week so I could ask him if I was dying or how quickly I'm dying. And it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I mean, obviously, the church was a blast and probably the most fun I'll ever have. But I'm enjoying the new one. It's fun to get to talk more and do something I can show my mother.
Yeah, dude. I was gonna say I've been
That's a key one, key phrase.
Yeah.
dude. I've been following the weight loss stuff on your Twitter. I didn't even realize that you had a brother that
I know a brother who's in shape. Can you believe that?
Well, not even that. I mean, it's dope that you guys are like helping each other out. Because my brothers do not give a shit. Oh, there's one right now. Yeah, my brothers don't give a fuck.
Coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah. how much weight have you lost, Lee?
About 40 pounds.
Oh, damn!
God
Congrats,
damn.
dude.
I know, but I know on Tuesday where I'm at. So yeah, it's going well. I miss dessert and I miss tacos, but
Yeah.
What are you doing? A lot more like cardio? You just walking around and shit?
yeah, I do walks twice a week and kettlebells twice a week.
Oh, nice.
So it's that Florida humidity, man. You're sweating it all out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's actually that's why it's so nice here right now. There's not much humidity, but you should see me. Eric and I would look like a couple right now. I finally don't look pale. If I got a little bit of vitamin D.
It's so nice. It's like 70 degrees at midnight. It's like perfect fucking temperature outside. It's like so great at night there. I love it.
The Civic Gardenias, it touched I think it's just heaven on earth.
The Boynton Beach River, sir.
Are you a Hasidic Jew, Leland?
Oh, trust me, no one's out past 6 o'clock here. Even before COVID, everyone's asleep and like honestly, like sometimes you don't know if anyone lives here. Like I have wondered. I've asked my dad. I was like, how do you know if someone just dies in their condo? And so every once in a while you will find you have an ambulance parked outside, but it's
Hey,
there's not much
Daryl.
movement.
Yeah.
Morning, Mr. S.
When you see Rocha pushing him on the gurney, push him out the way.
Oh my God! How often do you find people who passed away, Eric? Is it every day?
No, not every day.
In his audience, there's at least one every show. Come on. Sorry.
If you listen to the live from the 405, Lee,
Thank you.
Luke's got this brand new thing that he'll do. He'll like, all right, come on, give the kid a hand, huh? Woo! And this is my favorite part. He'll always go, oh. He does this stupid fucking. It's such an adorable little. Yeah, come on. Oh. Stupid little fucking howl. COVID has definitely changed some stuff. I don't know legally how much I'm allowed to say, but I will tell you this: it's a hard time to work in healthcare right now. But
A lot of sheets being put over faces.
Well, that's his dating life. Don't get it confused.
I thought you were gonna make a KKK joke right there.
Gay. Ku Klux Klan. He's the Grand Gizzard. All right, that's it. All right, good night, everybody. Thank you very much. Tip your servers.
Give him a kick, Luke.
Oh, yeah. I missed that kick. Lee always brought that David Lee Roth kick out of me after I had a good set on stage.
You gotta give a kick out. You can kick over my head.
I love the kick. Luke would always do a kick if he had a really good joke. Or a set.
I remember Lee did it one time
He
too.
did. He did the Comedy Store one day. I was so happy. I was like, yeah, Luke, shout out.
I remember teasing you. I was like, give it up for Lee and that kick in his little Build-A-Bear pen.
How dare? Oh, Build-A-Bear. Oh my God. I would fit in. I probably fit into some of those things.
You don't know how much I miss your little.
Oh, yeah, that was the best.
Oh God, it was so great, man. You are one of the. Yeah, I gotta say, you are one person that everybody that I fucking see asks me about. How's Lee doing? What's Lee been up to?
Well, see, I thought we were a couple.
Yeah. Lee, have you had any like I mean I know you've been out there for a couple months now. Have you had any like full on Florida moments? Like I know like at least from us, like I watch a lot of like videos on the internet of like gators walking across the golf courses and like fucking methed out, tattooed, tittied faced women like doing bath salts in the street. Have you had any of those moments out there?
Kinda. They have these little lizards that run around that scare the shit out of me.
The iguanas?
There's like 8,000. lizards. They're just
They have
tiny
those,
little
too.
lizards, and
They have
they
full-size
run around
iguanas, too.
everywhere.
Yeah, because I know they have iguanas that run around, and like the iguanas and the pythons are two like invasive species, and people get paid to kill them.
Damn.
Yeah,
I would kill fucking these little stupid lizards. And then I went to a Chinese place, and Joey said it was lizard, but it wasn't. But some guy there was telling me that the big ones, that some people do eat the big lizards that fall out of the trees when it gets cold. So
Oh yeah, that's right. I heard about that. You know what's great?
Yeah, no.
Lee can attest to this. The free entertainment of Florida, because there's you can just walk around and it's fun. But if you stop at like a bridge that goes over a little like river or one of those what do they call that? Like when the water there's a name for them. I forget. But
The hoof.
yeah, the hoof.
the hoof.
If you stop and look at any body of water, like there will be one of every fucking animal you can imagine. Like just if you stare for a while, there's like a fish, a turtle, a snake, a parrot, a fucking Mexican. There's like everything. It's like Wild Kingdom. If you give it about 40 seconds, like oh my god, like all shit I never alligators, everything. It's fucking awesome. Turtles, giant turtles,
I
right,
haven't
Lee?
seen alligator, but yeah, the birds too. The birds
Yes.
aren't afraid of you, so they'll just come and squawk at you, and it's terrifying.
Get the fuck out of here! Get away, Jew! Ah!
Yeah, Jew.
There'd be no birds down there if that was the case, because it's all Jews down. It's like you died and wake up in Jew heaven. I love Florida. Florida's underrated. It's better than people. Once I was there for like a long time, it's better than people give it credit for.
I feel like it gets a bad rap.
No, it's not. It's not bad. I mean, I've told my dad, and he thinks I'm crazy, but I don't think I'd want to be here in the summer with the humidity. But for the winter and the spring, it's not bad.
It's perfect weather during that. Yeah,
Perfect weather.
better than here. It's
Everything-
fucking freezing here, dude. It's always
Dude.
cold here.
And it's similar in Boston, but I was paying like $3.70 sometimes in California for gas. It's like $2.15, $2.20 here.
Jesus Christ.
And no state tax.
Yeah, no state tax. You can buy a house for a reasonable amount.
Well,
They
that
have Wawa here, which is amazing.
dude, I was just about to say that, dude. The gas stations there are so much fucking. They're like legit restaurants.
Yeah.
Like Wawa is like, dude, they have like sandwiches there. They have like full cooked meals. Like everybody told me, I'm like, if I go to, because we went to Florida last year, and like, hey, what should we do out in Florida? And like, you got to try Wawa. And Wawa's like their convenience stores / gas stations, and they make like legit food. It's not bad.
Wow. So what do you think, Lee?
Yeah.
Would you stop everything and become like an alligator hunter?
I feel like I'd do better as alligator bait, but
You know how you attract them? You use Gatorade. Come on. I got
Lee
him.
loved it.
Bail them out.
You can use that one, Lee. I won't tell anybody.
I love it. It just makes me giggle. Like that's for those of you listening, you don't understand. If you sit through a couple of hours of open mics in LA, you hear people talking like about killing themselves and then the terrible jokes that no one laughs at, and then Luke gets up there and does that stuff. It's like I don't know. It's like
It's a breath of
lemonade
fresh
for the
air.
soul. It just makes me giggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call me Ray of Sunshine. That's my nickname around it.
Good
Circuit.
God.
Yeah. Can't help it. I'm just a cheery guy. It's the way I was born. My natural disposition.
Well, it's even better when you go up there and then you have everything like written out. Well, not like everything, but you have like a plan, and then you just look at it and like you get so down on yourself, like all this stuff sucks. You just like
Before you, yeah,
I think you might be Jewish.
I said before he even reads it, he already hates it. Before he even
I
says
know.
it to an audience, which is the whole point of it,
Oh,
he'll be like,
this
"Oh, this
sucks.
is not
This
good.
is
It
terrible."
isn't good enough." Did you hear about the story when me and when Luke and Rocha came on the road with us, and Luke and Rocha stayed in a room together, Lee?
I don't think so. Was it the place in like Havasu?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Havasu. Yeah,
I remember you guys went on that, but I don't know what happened in the room.
dude, Luke. You know how he gets like he like hates shit. Like he'll look at his set and be like, "Oh, this is fucking garbage." Literally everything about a hotel room, he like fucking hates and needs to like tailor to his specific needs.
Well, he is 8 feet tall.
Yeah. And long. I was just flush my dick down the toilet every time I took a piss.
Wish those were jokes.
You don't like me encouraging Joey? Stop encouraging Lee or Luke.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Lee, did you have any like weird when you were like on the road or whatever, like traveling to like Wisconsin or Boston or whatever? Do you have any like weird road habits that you do?
Besides eating like a dozen donuts every day, no. Weird road habits. No, I did have some asshole in Utah hit my brand new car though, which was a blast. It was like less than a month old. I stopped at there's a
Volkswagen?
picture on my Instagram. It was like no joke, like a picture on my Instagram. It's like one of the most beautiful states I've ever driven through in Utah. Like Utah is amazing, and the jerk who actually, it's like Ghost of Christmas Future. Like if my life goes bad, I'm gonna end up being this guy. This guy was like 40 years old, me, but like 40, and he was cleaning the rest stop bathrooms, and he parked next to me, and then I backed up to leave, and he wasn't paying attention and backed into me slowly, but like it was his fault, and he admitted it, and then he fucking told the insurance that I backed into him with the side of my car.
What a fucker.
It literally took like 7 months, but I got my fucking $250 deductible back. But it was just like, you can't trust anybody. Like, you think in Utah people are going to be nice and Mormon, and that motherfucker just lied.
I think when we did San Diego and we fucking ate like pigs at that goddamn Mexican restaurant.
Oh, in the parking lot? Oh, my God.
You guys ate in the parking lot?
Mexican people eat a lot, and even they were like, really, you eat that much?
We ordered it, and there were a bunch of high school kids behind us. They were like, oh, we're next. He was like, oh, I thought that was your order.
They just closed after you guys left. We're done. We're all out of meat.
All we have is lettuce. They said they don't need vegetables. We say it's lettuce. And the little one, he said no. We ate so much, and then we're sitting on the lawn chair, and I think mine cracked. Like when I sat in it.
Oh yeah.
We're just sitting there, and fucking I hear Lee just going.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. We ate. And then did we want to go get ice cream? Or like wasn't there like a Cold Stone that we almost went to or something? But we didn't want to walk there.
Truly to
DoorDash an ice cream cone. The air conditioner blowing on it. I drove as fast as I can, sir.
Lee's like on a third rock from the sun. He's got like, I have $7 for you, and I took $1 away for every time you disappointed me. Oh, we ate like fucking pigs.
When were you going out? How long before your set did you eat?
Oh, hours.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was gonna say I can't eat heavy before a set.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that was such a bummer when we were in Havasu. I couldn't eat any of that fucking meal. It was like steak and crab and shit. And I was like, I can't eat any of that. We're going on stage in a fucking hour.
Set?
Yeah, the guy took us out to like a really high end restaurant and shit. It was like my first like showbiz. Like the booker like took us out for an expensive meal at like a fucking surf and turf place, and everything looked so good. And I got a fucking little salad. I'm like, I'm getting on stage in an hour.
Well,
I don't want to deprive my audience.
I would have been a Jew and taken it to go.
I thought about it. I thought about it for sure.
The motel didn't have any didn't have a fridge for them.
They didn't have silverware.
They didn't.
Plastic fucking just keeps breaking over and over again.
One of the hardest I ever laughed with Joey was right when I started stand-up. I was talking to him and I was like, hey, can you eat before a set? I can never eat before I do a show. He looked at me and went, you should do more shows then.
I remember opening that fridge and we saw that beer, and I think Bert Kreischer had been there before us. And
it was beer and then a cabinet full of Taco Bell sauces. They literally, Bert Kreischer literally went and bought $100 worth of Taco Bell.
Holy shit.
And he put it on his Instagram stories, and then the next day we were there and it was like 2 beers and a whole bunch of sauce. But that was
awesome.
actually a nice condo. Like,
oh yeah,
I've stayed in stinky ones, and I stayed in Denver, which was like probably the nicest. But it was on the beach in La Jolla. It was clean.
I was just gonna ask you, nice. How was that Denver Comedy Works condo?
Oh my God, it's the big apartment. It's the nicest place I've probably ever been in my life.
You got to stay in the big house. They let you in the big house. Finally, they don't mind burning up the bed and all the sheets with this big ass motherfucker on.
Who is that Jew in that Volkswagen?
Oh, man. Well, buddy, I won't keep you. I know you still got to do your show. One more time, what is your show called, sir?
It's called What Was I Thinking with Lee Syatt, and I'll announce it here. I haven't, believe it or not, I'm trying to turn into a health influencer. Do you guys remember the radio show Loveline?
Oh, yeah.
I'm ripping that off, and I'm doing a show called Waistline. It's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. I have the artwork done, so it's going to be about, me losing. I need to lose at least 100 more pounds. And my brother is a trainer and a nutritionist, believe it or not. But most of the people who follow him are people who have like 20 pounds to lose, or they're fitness professionals, and I'm catering more to people like me who like catering.
Nice.
I liked it, Lee.
So,
That was great.
Yeah, I just came up with that right now, but I'm definitely gonna use that, and it's not gonna be as good because I'm gonna
It'll work
it and butcher it.
When you hit the Borscht Belt circuit again, it'll be fucking great. It'll be cool. Try the fish.
Go Philip the
Borscht Belt.
All right, buddy. We love you, man. I miss the shit out of you, and yeah, buddy. I love you, pal. Thank you so much for doing the show again, and we'll have you on again soon if you'll do it.
Later, Lee.
I'll do it whenever. I love all of you guys, and I miss you. And stay safe. I know. I mean, I'll leave in 2 seconds. But can you give me an update? Is LA burning to the ground? Is it scary? Like, what's going on there?
You know what? It actually seems like it's gotten a lot more normal. I think the fact that people are getting out and like being able to go to a bar and like do normal shit, it seems like people are a lot less on edge. So it's not as bad as like it might seem.
It's getting better, and Newsom is about to get fucking recalled too, which
True.
I cannot wait. He is on the chopping block as we speak, so
Yeah.
hopefully we get that shithead out of here and things will really go back to normal-ish.
Okay. Well, who knows? Maybe I'll be back then. But I'll see you guys soon.
You got a place to stay, buddy, when you do, all right? We miss you, man. We love you, Lee.
Miss and love all of you guys.
Love you too, Lee. Later, bro.
Bye, buddy.
All right, everybody.
How'd you like that? I'm sure your socks aren't on after hearing that interview because we just knocked them right off. So, sorry if your tootsies are cold.
Your
Come on.
Tootsies. You really call them Tootsies?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Oh, well, everybody, that was our good buddy, Lee Syatt.
Speak for yourself.
The wonderful Lee Syatt, everybody. Fantastic. He's always great. Oh, yeah, we can do better than that.
We didn't tell you.
Yes.
Studio audience in here. We didn't tell you. Thank you,
All right.
everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you. One more time, Lee Syatt. Yeah.
Kid's got a bright future. Literally, he's in Florida. Huh? Tip service. What do you know? Boom. I just waved both my hands at him.
Luke, what are you doing? Luke, no! Sorry, everybody.
So are they.
He sounds good.
Yeah.
He does. He's down 40 pounds. I can't believe
That's
that.
great. Yeah.
Fucking crazy. Yeah,
Good for
man.
him.
Now we just need somebody else to try that.
Sorry, I'm trying, dude. I mean, what do you want from me? I'm fucking-
Sean, can you leave the room, honey? I don't want you to have to hear this. God damn. One thing I always loved about that fucker is even for the church and like all the exposure that guy got, he would still do open mics like crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a worker.
he is. And I
That's why everyone respected him. You know?
Yeah, I mean, that too was one thing that he was getting solid too. Like, do you remember that seeing him on stage? And it was just like he found his niche, and it was fun to just watch him too, because he could go on there. And this is what was so funny: he would go up, and I mean, he would be so fucking high, and he would tell me, he's like, I don't want to go on this high, and I go, why do you? And he's like, I just got off of work.
The guy that rolls Snoop Dogg's blunts and Lee had the two hardest, druggiest fucking jobs. I just love this. Isn't it amazing that he has that much money, that he has a guy that professionally rolls his blunts for him, and that's his only job is to hang out. And like maybe like go grab his food from like the fucking drive-up window or whatever. But it's like,
It kind of makes sense, though. A lot of people have personal chefs. I guess Snoop Dogg has.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, if that's what he's into, but that's just amazing. Imagine being that goddamn well. I mean, when you guys make it big, maybe I can make your burritos for you or something. I don't know.
You're too kind.
Well, I think, and you look at like I don't know. It's weird. Like one thing I think back on tracking like our friendship and shit. Do you remember going to see him at the Comedy Store?
Yeah.
And it just being like, hey, this guy does open mics with us. This is so cool.
Yeah.
And we would get so excited at like, oh my God, like, sorry. We'd get so excited because like, oh my God, Joey mentioned me on the podcast. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. And then like, we'd be like, yeah, I saw my buddies, Eric and Luke. And I remember we all listened to the church like religious, and we were like, "Oh my God, he mentioned us! Oh my God, this is crazy! Oh! All right, one more time, Luke and Eric." And we'd listen to the shit out of it.
Remember, he got on stage. He goes, he starts his joke. Goes, "Oh hey guys," because he saw me and Rocha sitting right down at the edge of the stage, and he he was so high, like right in the middle of his act. He goes, "Oh hey, those are my friends sitting over there." So, anyways, I was walking down. It was so fucking funny. We're like, "Sorry, we didn't mean to distract you."
Well, I would say the nice thing about Lay doing stand-up is that, like, first of all, like, people at least who are in Lee's position who have, like, an audience have an audience before they start doing stand-up usually just get shows, like, without being funny.
Yeah.
It's like they literally can just get on any show because they have an audience and they'll bring people, whatever. But when Lee did it, like, when Lee performs, there's not, like, a desperation that I feel like a lot of people have out here. It's not like, oh my God, please love me, laugh, like, otherwise I'm going to kill myself. It's like, no, I'm just being myself, and I'm just,
he's a natural character.
Yeah, he really is.
He's
an incredible flake.
So,
see, he said I had natural character. No, I said you were a natural character. But and like it's funny because he just kept coming back and kept fucking working, working. And then I remember fucking doing shows with him, and it was just like, it's weird when you start connecting with people and you just become friends, because even when Joey started coming around more, and it was so funny because I remember coming out of the Comedy Store bathroom, and I think this was when I did like a really good set in front of him, but I remember coming out and he was standing right there, and we just kind of looked at each other, and he goes, "What are you doing, cocksucker?" And everybody like in the room like stared at me, and I just remember like, "What's going on, buddy?" And it was so cool because it's just like, he's not Joey Diaz anymore. It was literally like, "Do you need anything?" And it was the same thing. And one thing that I loved about Lee was like, "Come on, get in the car. I'm taking you to the Bullet." And I go, "You don't got to take me there. I can walk." And Lee goes, "Joey told me to take you the next time I saw you."
You had a real life one of those, "What's this IRA cocksucker doing in my bar?" moments. That's great.
Yeah, I will say that's the weirdest thing about doing stand-up in LA is like there gets a point where it's like, hey, you go from, I don't say idolizing these guys, but like to being on like almost the same playing field, or like at least like the same level. They're all everybody in stand-up is just at the end of the day a person. People that seem like they got Netflix specials, they're making millions. It's like they can still hang. They're not too good for the hang at the store.
I think
like
about that every time I leave here with you guys. I think I was like, God, these guys have been on fucking Netflix. They've been on fucking Kill Tony.
Oh well.
And now they're just right. They put their little tiny pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else. The little Cabbage Patch Kids pants. These guys have even been on my show, Kill Tony.
Tony, is that you?
They owe all their success to me, actually, at the end of the day. I wonder how he's doing. He's in Texas.
Yeah, he is. Ham, Red Band, the whole crew.
I wonder if he's going to wear the cowboy hat now that what's his face that owns Jamie from the Laugh Factory. Did you ever hear that story? It's so fucking great.
No. Oh God!
When Tony started he told it on Rogan once that when Tony started out and he started like getting better, that Jamie Masada told him that he needed a gimmick for his act, and he's like, "Buddy, I want you to start wearing cowboy hats when you go on stage. It'll be your character." He's like, "I'm not going to do that." He's like, "Okay." He's like, and like the laughter time, he goes, "If you don't have cowboy hat on next time you come to my club, you're not getting on stage." And he was like, "Okay." He goes, "I never did the Laugh Factory again." I was like, "That's fucking awesome." Isn't that fucking great? I hate that fucking guy. Jamie, not Tony.
Wear a cowboy hat, dude.
Cowboy hat.
Dude,
Tony, of all fucking people.
Yeah, the tiniest little I mean, he makes us look like huge.
Yeah.
Tony's a skinny little
Yeah,
dude.
he looks like some kind of like he's got some kind of disease patient. I mean, if you ever hear this, I mean that in a good way, Tony.
I love you, Tony. Yeah.
You're on
do
my
not wanna-
shit list forever.
Do you not want to disparage? I don't want to bite the hand that feeds.
I think we've said some good. That guy taught me how to fucking do a show. I mean, in terms of opening,
Oh, yeah.
that shit was.
Oh, yeah,
He's funny.
crazy.
You've
I
talked
think
about
he's
it.
great.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, like, it was so cool to see, like, him rock that fucking belly room, too, because it's like, oh, this is nothing to this guy. Like, what was cool was we all went up, and, no insult to who went up, but then it was Tony and Joey.
Oh yeah.
And it was automatically like, okay, this is the Tony and Joey show.
Yeah.
And
That's
cool.
a light work. That's a warm up for fucking Tony.
Well, that's Tony. That's
Exactly,
Tony's
yeah.
dojo. That's where he grew up.
And that was to me. I was like, oh fuck, and that's what made me want to get so goddamn comfortable in that fucking room. It's just like, god damn
That's
it,
a tough fucking room for
this
me.
guy. Yeah, well, this guy fucking, he did. But by watching that too, I learned like, oh, this is where you can actually command more of their respect, more of their attention, because they are right there.
Yeah.
And you can legit talk to them.
Dude, Alex is going through his. My brother was going through his old his photos, and this was from the episode of Kill Tony I did. And look at that, dude! It was back in the belly room before they moved to the main room. It was Tony, Brian, and Joe Rogan. And
Holy shit! Really?
And I did that's when they had us.
Oh
do
yeah, look at that.
individual. So I did an individual set in front of him, and I'm just like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Do you remember when Joey and Lee first started coming around? Fourth wall?
It was,
Yes, I
mean,
do, Eric. I remember like it
been
was
years.
yesterday.
Yeah.
And cue the chimes.
Go ahead, Luke.
I wish you had a little chime like when we're going back in time.
Why? I think you do it perfectly.
Well, I remember the day it was sunny, not a cloud in the sky, and I
Wasn't
showed
it
up.
at night?
Yes, I don't know. I'm just making it up. I don't. I remember when we started coming around. I don't remember the first time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember the first time because I was like nervous for no reason. I knew I was never gonna talk to him, or at least like I was never gonna be like, "Hey, Joey." I was gonna wait till like it came up naturally, but I was never gonna go out of my way to just be like, Mr. Diaz, like I'm a big fan." Like none of that shit.
Because you're not. You're a 4'11" fan. Come on.
I liked it.
What do you know about Fun Funny?
I love how you turn into the Jewish guy.
I know.
It's always the Jewish guy, and then you're Stan Lee.
Yeah, I don't know where that impulse comes from.
What are you, true believer? Can
Maybe
we get
because it's old timey.
how do you do that? True believer. I watched it the other day.
Excelsior. Yeah, those were all his things. True Believer, Excelsior. What was this?
It's one of the best Stan Lee impersonators.
And then he would always do all the alliteration. He'd be like the power punching, pitiful people of the Sinister Six. He always had to do that. He's the best. Thank you very much, Stan Lee. Rest in peace.
No, it wasn't so much that. It was your impression of him that always made me laugh.
I mean, it's like it's over the. It's not like accurate.
Well,
but
yeah,
it's-
that's what's so great about it.
Well,
Who
thank
gives
you.
a shit? Nobody, like, it's funny because whenever people, the second guy to do Tony Clifton was always my favorite.
Bob?
Because he was always the one, yeah, it was Zamuda. Because Kaufman's was, I like, it was funny, just the character was funny. But I always loved Bob Zamuda because, Bob,
Yeah.
like, just, like, he was more barky, like,
Yeah.
like, even Jim Carrey's I like,
I was gonna
too.
say, well, it's really. I didn't. I'm gonna rewatch that. I think I'm gonna watch that tomorrow. Man, I haven't seen that in fucking so long.
I feel like you
just-
would hate that. I feel like you would really not enjoy that.
What do you mean?
I feel like that's like the type of comedy you hate.
No, why? He's great. The guy's a fucking total asshole. He's a prick to the audience. He's a
Yeah,
big
dude,
fat
that's-
slob. He's showbiz. Remember that part? He makes the MC go out and tell everybody in the audience to put their cigarettes out. He's like, he will not come out until everyone extinguishes their cigarettes, and then he comes out smoking two
And yeah,
cigarettes.
you hear
It's fucking
yeah, they're like, what's
yeah.
going on?
You know, the whole place tisk. He's like blowing smoke rings. That's fucking great. I love that guy.
Lana Dee, Lana Dine.
Yeah.
Stick a fucking chicken in your eye.
I was reading a book and Zamuda had a story about
And we're going to the shitty story.
how Kaufman had done Clifton the year before in like Lake Tahoe or something. And then Zamuda came back and did Tahoe, and the same hooker came and blew him for free
Holy shit.
because she thought it was Andy.
That's great.
Do you remember that movie too? He goes, "You got a moist toilet? I might have shit my pants."
In the movie, he said that.
No. He goes, what does he say? He goes, yeah, because they kick him out of the studio, and it's so goddamn funny because he's like, "Can I use the bathroom? I think I shit my pants." And they go, "No," and he goes, "Aspirin?" He goes, "No." He goes, "Moist toilet?" He goes, "No," and he goes, "Well, it has been an honor."
I gotta see that. Did you ever hear that infamous episode of Greg Fitzsimmons' podcast when he had Zamuda on? Zamuda walked out.
No.
I still to this day don't know if it's. I've always meant to ask him that, and I always forget because I still don't know if it's a work or not because it sounds a little
Sounds like a bit.
forced, but he swears up and down it was real.
Really?
But he said that they started talking about Man on the Moon. He said that whole funeral scene at the end. He was like, that was the biggest bunch of bullshit. I mean, he's like, he's the real Bob Zamuda. He's not a character. He's like, he goes, it's such bullshit. He goes, all those fucking people hated him. They never talked to him again after Taxi. None of them went to it. That scene never happened. No one went to his fucking funeral and sang.
Wow.
None of those guys. I think like Danny DeVito was the only guy that was like okay with him. All those other actors, and they all put themselves in the movie pretending like they were there. He's like, it was the most Hollywood fucking fake shit I've ever seen.
I had heard that movie was pretty fake in terms of the storyline, like of what actually happened versus real history and whatnot.
Yeah.
The only thing that I love that I feel like that movie captured was his tortured genius in that, like, dude, the guy, he in the same breath, like, well, you will do shit that only fucking makes me laugh. That to me was what Andy Kaufman based his whole fucking career on, was just like, okay, like the booger. Remember the booger in his nose? And he's like, you want to talk to me about signing me? And he goes, yeah, Andy, you got a little. And he goes, oh. And he takes it and he moves it to the other side.
That's great.
But like those are the fucking comics that, I mean, especially like, because you do it all the fucking time. And it's am I wrong, Mitchell? Am I wrong?
You're right.
It's to me, it's, you couldn't shut it off if you tried, which you're terrible.
That's why I'm single right now, by the way.
I was gonna say, well, it's
a blessing and a curse.
It is
the blessing.
I love riding in cars. That's the great thing about Joey too, is like, I remember calling him and being like, man, I don't know, Joey, I bombed at this place and I don't feel like I'm, and he's like, let me tell you something weird about Prince.
This is a good night. I got an applause break at the mic, which I can't remember the last time that happened, and then I got called a genius by Mr. fucking Eric Rocha. Let's hear it for fucking Luke. Yeah!
Can we get a howl?
Ow! What a night. I don't know what I said, but I got a fucking applause break at a mic. I was like, holy shit. I go, I got an applause break, and then they all laughed.
It was Luke has left.
Yeah. I got the light, and everybody fucking cheered. That was great.
No, it's funny because there are like, and constant listener, you got to know people like that are even like the work people that are fucking funny. That like are never going to be stand-ups, but
it should be compared to most of the people that do it.
Exactly.
I was gonna say blue collar military dudes. Some of the funniest people I've met.
I remember this guy fucking hated my grandpa because it was my dad's dad. And my mom, everybody didn't like this guy. And my mom's like, you're gonna go stay with your grandpa. And I was like, why? I don't want to do it. She's like, you gotta know where you come from. And I'm like, you don't even know where I come from. And he's like, that's why you're fucking going. So he ran a meat processing plant. Oh, yeah. And he got pissed off because I didn't want to stay for New Year's. I was flying New Year's Eve to go home and be with my family.
Why was he mad? He wanted to spend New Year's with you?
Yeah, he was like,
Is this your mom's dad or your?
No, it was my dad's dad. Like I said, fucking thank you.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry. Well, I'm so
your
enraptured in the
headphones
story. You paint such a vivid picture, I get lost in the visual details. What does Janice say in The Sopranos? As you know, I have a very active imagination. At the funeral?
Yeah.
So, I remember he picks me up in Minneapolis, and we drive right by the Mall of America. And I'm like, is that the Mall of America? And he goes, yeah. And I go, wow, that's so amazing. It looks incredible. And he goes, yeah. Too bad you're not staying or else we'd stop. And I remember like, holy fuck. I'm probably going to get in some trouble for saying this shit. My mom fucking hated him. She hated him for this reason. One,
way to go, Mrs. R.
she didn't like she thought he was crooked, and like he did some crooked shit. Like he was looking at a boat one time, like a little fucking boat, and he looked at the price. Dude, this guy took a key out and he scratched the shit out of this boat.
Holy shit!
And
seems like a pretty stern fella. Oh God, sorry. I would have bowed out right there.
So anyways, but you know, this is what I gotta say. Yeah, fuck it. I don't give a shit. I owe that side of my family nothing.
Yeah, he sounds like a douche. Fuck him.
I'm thinking like John Voight and Ray Donovan. Like that dad.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, this is going to get fucking crazy. Strap in. So it was so like that. So my mom was like, yeah, and I really didn't like how he treated some of your other family members. I was like, okay, whatever. Right when I get off the plane, he's sitting down and his wife, not my grandma, but he, divorced her and he remarried. Very nice lady to me. Very nice lady. I'm sitting there, and right when I get off the plane, he looks at his wife and he goes, "Get his bags." And she's like, "Oh, hi, how are you? Let me get your bags." And I can carry my own bag. I can carry it. She's like, "No, he said I should carry it for you, so let me carry it for you." And I was like, "Let go of my bag." "Oh, okay. I think he's got it, Nick." And
he's like Fredo when he landed in Cuba. Pulls it away. That was like straight out of an Alexander Payne movie, for Christ's sake.
Dude, it was so, and I was like, this is so weird. So we drive by the Mall of America, and he does that fucking little number on me, and I'm like, all right, what a prick. Like, I already don't fucking like this guy.
Did he even laugh when he said it, or no?
No, fuck no. And then we go to a restaurant, and he goes, anything on the menu you want, go ahead, buy it. And I'm like, fucking 14. Like, I don't got any money. Like, are you crazy? And he owned his own meat processing plant. Like, he was a bad motherfucker in that sense. Like, he knew... I'll get more into it. So, we're ordering off the menu, and he fucking cuts the line, doesn't wait, and he's like, hey, buddy, hey, what's this stuff right here? What's this stuff? And this fucking dude doesn't speak good English. Yeah, this right here. What's this? Tell me what this is. What is it? Okay, give me some of that. And this dude doesn't even serve, so he bypasses any type of teller or anybody that can help him. And he says, hey, give me some of that. Give me some of that. And I'm just like, this is so fucking embarrassing.
He's like Nicholson ordering, and as good as it gets, 2 horseshoe crabs, 2 fries. I'll tell you later.
So we get there, and he's like, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna put you to work because we work hard. We work hard. You want to know where we come from? We work hard. And in my head, I was like, I don't want to know where we come from. My mother wants me to fucking know where we come from. I don't give a shit. Like, I should be at home playing Sega Genesis right now. And he's like, so you probably want to go to bed because we're gonna get up at 4 a.m. And I was like, son of a bitch. And he goes, every morning we're at work at 5. We wake up the rooster. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Fucking this boy's life. Things are about to change, mister.
I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
A hot shot.
So, dude, I somehow managed to get to bed, and I'm just like, I got like 4 more days of this shit, and I'm like,
Jesus, Mrs. R, what are you doing?
It's about pressure, and it's about time. I was like, fucking it. Could I get some rocks, please? So, I wake up to this. All right, rise and shine, mister. Time to get up. Eric.
Oh, God.
Just like, please stop.
Brutal.
And so she's like, I got breakfast all made for you. And dude, I smell bacon. I smell steak. I smell all this shit. Because remember, he's into meat processing.
All right.
Breakfasts, and I will say that they were fucking glorious there, dude. Like, he died.
Probably, if they weren't, they probably beat her.
Well, here's the thing. So
he definitely beat her.
We go upstairs, and this is the thing about it. I'm sitting there and I'm looking at like steak, I'm looking at sausage, I'm looking at bacon, I'm looking at eggs, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die. Like, this is great.
He's hard right now, everybody, just so you know. His table just levitated 5 inches.
And I'm fucking eating, and I feel somebody go, hey, sport, morning. And somebody just nudges me on the shoulder. I'm like, oh, hey, Grandpa, how you doing? And I turn around, and he's fucking naked.
Oh, no.
What the fuck?
But naked. And he walks around the counter, and I'm like spitting out my eggs. Like,
he's huge.
That's
I
the
heard we
moment,
were having sausage, but Jesus.
it's the moment Rocha knew he's gay.
What's that on my shoulder? Whoa! That wasn't his fist that hit you.
He processed and packs meat right there.
Yeah. Put on like a necktie. That's weird. That's some real fucking like.
That's some backwoods shit.
That's fucking creepy, man.
So it gets fucking worse.
Jeez. Now I know we get all your perverted shit from it.
Oh yeah, your grandfather's hung like a horse.
She gives him a insulin shot right then, and then she says, "Oh, hang on one second." They both walk over. He's naked. They walk over to the dryer. She opens up the dryer. She pulls out his socks. He lifts up one foot. She puts his sock on. Picks up his other foot. She puts his sock on. Lifts up one foot. She starts putting his underwear on. She put his fucking whole clothes. Dude, she dressed that man in front of me.
Jesus.
And in my, I will never forget. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's some 1800 shit.
And I'm like looking at my fucking plate, and I was like, and at that time I was like, I'm gonna call my mom. I was like, Mom, I want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
She just fucking dressed him, and she's like, what? Because it's like time change in Colorado. She's like, what are you doing up so early? I'm like, he's putting me to work. You fucking bitch.
Is it that I'm Night Shyamalan movie where the kids go to the grandparents' house and their fucking grandparents
Oh
are crazy?
my God,
That's what it
yeah.
sounds like. That was actually a decent movie for him.
To be honest though, that kind of sounds like your grandpa's a pimp though. Like he's got her
dude.
so in line that she'll do anything.
Literally a pimp.
Yeah, legitimately.
Yeah. Pistol whips her. Steak looks a little dark. Well, I'll go put the big sunglasses on again, I guess. The big Ace Rothstein ones at the end of the casino.
She's dressed
That's
she's dressed like Ellen Bernstein in Exorcist.
Yeah.
Tell me a divorce lawyer wouldn't help. You tell me. So
Fucking A, this is terrible.
So this is and I
How
gotta
old are you
get
again? You 13?
I was like, yeah, 13 or 14. So we go to, he's smoking cigarettes, dude, and it's Wisconsin in December. And he fucking rolls the window down so he can have a cigarette. And he goes, well, one thing about me you'll learn, I'm cold-blooded. That's what they say. They always just say, that old Nick, he's cold-blooded. And I'm like, fucking, it's so cold. It's so cold. And he's like, yeah, the cold doesn't bother me. Look. And he turns on the AC.
Holy shit.
I wish I were lying.
He really is fucking De Niro in this boy's life, for Christ's sake.
It was bad, dude.
There's
It
those
was
real
so
people
bad.
are out there. That's fucked up.
So we pull into his meat processing plant. This was the genius of the man. We get in there, and they've got this fucking cow hanging upside down. He comes over, and dude, everything went away. Every piece of shit thing that I ever thought about that guy just went away, because he goes, so this is one thing that you do need to know is you need to know where your beef and where your meat comes from, where your meal comes from. And he fucking showed me a cow, showed me how they killed it, fucking cut its throat, let it bleed really quick. And he goes, never kill a cow with a dull knife. And he goes, it's quick. You got to make it quick. And it will never like slit its, you know what I mean? So he does that. They get it on the hook and they fucking slice it right down the center. And right then, this motherfucker told me, those are the ribs. That's the sirloin. This is the ribeye. This is the New York. He showed me the cuts, dude. Wow. He did it right in front of him. He had a little fucking handsaw.
It's like Bill the Butcher now.
Yeah, dude. It was legit like that. And he fucking laid it right on the table. And he just made a couple cuts. Showed me. He's like, you got to cut this. You got to cut this. And he goes, and look at that. That's a good piece of steak right there. And he goes, we'll cook that up tonight. He goes, that'll be your first steak that you ever saw.
Damn.
And I was like, holy fuck. Wow. And dude, he could do that with pigs. He could do that with cows. He could do that with elk. He knew, because he'd been doing it his whole fucking life. Mm-hmm. And that's why the man was in a piff. It was such a I still don't know what to make of that guy in my entire life. I really don't, because he was a genius with that shit. And
was he rich?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He had a lot of money.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw him?
Well, he died. He had a heart attack. Obviously, like what the fuck was it?
That was no heart attack.
So it was always such a complex thing though, dude, because like he could be like the biggest dick, and the one thing was he was like, I don't know why your dad doesn't call you. I'm sorry, I didn't bring him up that way, and he told me, he's like, don't worry, you don't need him, which is you know what I mean, like that's an amazing thing.
How many kids did he have?
My grandpa.
Yeah,
it was my dad, and then it was my Aunt Kim.
Oh,
and
okay.
she was a sweetheart, dude, and she still is to this day. Like she's I was always distant from that family because of my dad, and it was just like, I don't want to fucking be around them and all this other shit. But she always tried, and like they made an effort. But it was just, when you're raised like with different people, it's just like, yeah, it's just such another fucking world. But for him to show you how to like cut steak, it was fucking. I mean, he was a genius at it.
Yeah.
But then like he would do other shit that was just so weird. Like his wife got her finger caught in like in a refrigerator door, and it was fucking purple, dude. And she was like, ooh. And I was like, what a weird like. She was like, oh my god, can't breathe. Oh, that's too bad. We hate to see that happen. But she was like, look at my finger, and it goes, yeah, that's fucked up. That's why you don't close it that way. And I told you that. You don't fucking do that. Why'd you do that? Let me see your finger. Look. Well, that's what you get.
Damn.
And I was just like, Jesus, I think your finger's fucking broken. He's like, yeah, of course it's broken. Look at it. It's fucking purple. And he'd make jokes. And he's like, oh, that's a color purple that I like, though. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Was it Wisconsin they were? Mm-hmm. Wow.
And so, dude, this motherfucker would be like, yeah, you got some good elk there, but a lot of it didn't turn out good. Because what you want is your elk to come out when you cook it nice and brown, just like me. I heard him tell somebody that, and I was like, ugh. What a piece of shit. Anyways, so the one thing that I remember was that there was one guy when I was working there, and I'm working with, and it was so weird because he had kids when he was older, and one of them was around my age. So theoretically, he's my uncle, and he's only like within 5 years of me.
Damn.
And I was like, I'm not fucking calling you Uncle Nick. I won't.
What did they have you doing there?
Oh god. Well, I had to. After they showed me the cool shit, they were like, "Okay, we're gonna have you in packaging." So I had to get like sausages, and I'd fucking put them in sealed bags and all that shit. And then there was one guy there that was really fucking awesome. And I remember I was like, "So, I don't want to do this. What do we do for lunch around here?" And he was like, I like you. And he's like, well, he only gives us so much time, but we always do this. And then one of his kids were like, well, we got to make sure that we get the work done first. And he's like, the work's done. And he's like, well, is it done or are we just ready to leave? And that guy goes, spoken like a real Trujillo. which was my grandpa's last name. And he's like, you're a Trujillo too, right? And I go, I changed it to Rocha. And he goes, that's the smartest thing I've ever heard around here.
Well, the sausages go down the line. It was just like every other one you were eating.
One for them, one for me.
Bunch of packages missing one.
Oh, I mean, but the sad thing was like he bought me like a really cool Green Bay Packers coat. He bought me like a really, he took care of me. And
well,
shit
you need
like
one
that.
in the fucking car with him.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, and I remember I was like, I really like that coat, and he's like, oh yeah, I already got you this one. And I was like, okay.
It sounds a little Stockholm syndrome-ish.
Well, and I remember calling my mom, and I was giving her like play-by-play updates, and my mom was like, she was fucking loving it, I think, because she was like, well, now you know. That's why I left your father.
I was gonna say, can't be any worse than your dad.
Oh, dude. Well, and that was like,
at least he gave a fuck.
The weird thing was like when I left, I hugged him, and I was very polite. I said, thank you for.
He was naked,
for
of course.
everything.
Yeah.
I hugged him, and dude, the guy just started crying.
Really?
And he's like, I just want you to know I love you, and I'm gonna miss you. And I was like, yeah, I love you too, man. I'm gonna miss you.
Damn. And then he said,
I ran on the plane. But
and then he lifted up his right foot, and you had to put a sock on it, or
You were walking away, and there's pieces of sausage falling out of your pants. Hey, you little bastard! I knew it. Like the guys that fucking snuck out of Alcatraz, and they put the dirt in their fucking pants and just went in the yard and shook it out.
I was I turned around and I tripped on something. He went, oh, I tripped on your cock. I'm sorry. But yeah, like that was the fucking complex shit of it. Like, I don't know how we got into this long story, but I think it was a fair story. But
it was good.
It was just about people that, like I said, those people that you work with that are fucking.
Yeah, they're funny.
Oh, dude, and that guy was such a saving grace to me that time. I was like, fuck, I hate this shit. Roofing, there was a funny motherfucker there too, and I was like, how the fuck is this guy so funny and he's here?
Yeah.
Another guy like worked for Budweiser, and I remember he was driving this semi, and my mom and I were walking somewhere, and you hear, and we look behind us, and he's like, hey! I'm like, what are you doing? And he had like a fucking beer open, and he's like, it's good to work for Budweiser, huh? He's like, hey, I got something for you. And he gave my mom a beer from the truck.
Holy shit.
And he's like, it's for both of you. You can share it. And I was like, I'm 15.
That's awesome.
Fucking,
I worked with a guy at my dad's plant. His name was Homer. His last name was Homer, so everyone just called him Homer.
Yeah.
But he was fucking awesome. He was like, there's so many of these guys that are like, you don't think much of them, but then like you see what they like on the weekends. They can they're super handy, and they got all kinds of like fucking tools. Like they can like master weld shit and build like all kinds of crazy architecture and like fucking. It's crazy like how talented some of these dudes are. And like I would never would have they woodworking and shit. And they can do all this stuff with their hand, and you're like, they're kind of like simple dudes, like I guess intellectually or whatever. But like sometimes, but like. The stuff they can do that other people can't do, you're like, holy, this guy's like a fucking artisan. Like, you might not think of it, much of him in like a fucking philosophical discussion or something, but then like the guy leaves and he could like fix everything, and I don't know.
They're always the funnest people, dude. They're always the ones that don't give a shit. They just have like a good time. That's what I always liked about doing construction. Like you didn't have to like be like a corporate like, oh, I can't say this, I can't say that. Like, dude, the funniest shit is when like everybody's miserable on a job site and just someone just starts abusing somebody else on the job site. That's the best shit. It's the best shit in the world. So it's like
usually the foreman catches the look at this motherfucker in his truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just don't give a shit, and they just have a cigarette dangling out of the fucking corner of their mouth. I just love it. The whole attitude. I just love it. Like
I said, we used to pick on a big fat Mexican dude named Chanel. Still love that dude. We've known him for like our whole lives. Great dude, and we would always just pick on him. We'd be like, "Oh, look, it's fucking Shrek over there." And he's like, "Hey, fuck you," shit like that. And he's just like anybody, like any little thing. So he was Shrek. He was like a 6 foot dude, big as can be, and then his brother was almost like a little Twinkie dude. Like literally, you would not know that they were related. This dude would wear like Ed Hardy to a fucking job site, and the other guy is just this like slobby, schlubby dude that would come to the job site and do everything. He could lift like a fucking mule, and dude, they were just like some of the best people ever.
Were you the work clown, Luke?
no. Well, I worked at a big place, and I was still like kind of a noob, so I didn't have that level. I worked with all the older guys. Can you do it as
Stan Lee? So your origin story.
His name was Luke, and he was a young whippersnapper. And he didn't know a shit from Shinola, and he didn't know how to use a blowtorch. He didn't know the difference between a crescent wrench and a pliers. And they all made fun of him and called him a fag when he wasn't around.
Whoa.
Excelsior.
Stan.
Yeah, I was bad. I didn't know shit because I wasn't like... one of my parents got divorced when I was like 11 or 12. And I think my dad tried to show me shit, like how to fix stuff and use tools, but like I just had no way. I just wanted to fucking like live in my fantasy land, my G.I. Joe guys and shit, my X-Men comics, a little fucking homo that I was.
That's how I was.
Yeah, so when I got into the workforce, I didn't know nothing. I didn't know when I started moving, it was like, that was brutal.
Yeah.
The dudes I moved furniture. I didn't know what a Philly was. I didn't know what like a Phillips head screwdriver. Really? I didn't know it was called I didn't know what a flat was. I thought it was just a fucking... I don't know what's the technical name for it. Like I don't know.
It's a flathead.
I guess it's a flathead. Yeah. I didn't know. Like, oh, get me a Philly, get me a flat, and I would just be like 50-50. Like, I hope I got it. I was like fucking. jerk roulette.
I was
wrong.
I always brought them both.
Yeah. That,
I brought them both. That way I was never wrong.
And then like you learn, but it's just like it's not an easy education. You get your fucking dick kicked in the dirt until you.
Yeah.
It's not easy knowledge. It's you get made fun of hard. And then you fucking.
It's like public shaming, dude. My dad. Anytime I fucked up in front of my dad, like even if it was just like holding the light not in the right spot, like all that shit, it was just like ruthless. He's like, "What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? You don't know how to?" I'm like, okay. And then I just like be quiet, and then like hopefully he doesn't fucking talk to me again.
That's not how you do the door, you stupid Pete. Papa. Papa, I want to make it a pizza.
But you don't forget. I don't want to say the difference between generations, but it's like, I mean, that still goes on, I'm sure. But it's like that's when people do that shit to you, then like you remember, you're like, I won't do that again.
Yeah.
And now it's all HR departments, and like, oh well, you didn't know, it's not your fault. It's like, no, you need to get called a fucking asshole, and or slapped or a fucking bolt thrown at you.
Everybody should definitely. I think everyone should work a manual labor job.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's
the best. It's the best shit.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't know what a fucking Allen wrench is?
Yeah.
You're just like,
A Luke Allen? Where's the boo button?
Yeah.
You broke it. Alrighty. Well, I think we
gave him one hell of a show. I mean, this much free entertainment. Who could even fucking wrap their head around it? You guys are some lucky son of bitches.
I gotta tell you, folks. So what do we get? We got Lee Syatt. We got my grandpa that passed away. You know, God rest your soul. Thank you for the steak and the fucking education.
And the Packers jacket. That's cool.
There you go. Yeah, and the God forbid, God forbid, God help I could ever find a twink that would dress me. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
All right, you have 37 Dickies shirts, Rocha. We're gonna have to get rid of these.
Put my underwear on. I think they're over my belly.
Can we tuck that in?
Like, no, those are my sheets. Damn you. Thank you very much.
Alrighty, starting on the left.
Mitchell Verzi, the Verzi triplets on all platforms, especially TikTok. We're at 817,000 followers.
Jesus.
Wow.
So crushing the game.
That's
not
terrific.
many.
What's up?
Alrighty, and Lukester.
Well, Luke Allen at Uncle Luke 2 on Instagram. You can see all my sad yet funny Hinge fucking stories in my stories. Live from 405 Podcast. And Friday, July 19th, myself and yours truly, Mr. Eric Rocha, at Fourth Wall.
You say July?
Did I just say July?
You did.
Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Friday, February 19th at 9 p.m. Fourth Wall, Burbank, fucking Burbank Boulevard. I'll look up the address. I don't know it off the top of my head.
I know,
Was it 11674?
I think that's what it
I
is.
think it might be. Jesus.
Is it NoHo?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. Here, I'll tell you in 1 second. 11674. Look at that. Burbank Boulevard.
Wow, give it up for the kid. He can do it,
That's
ladies
right.
and gentlemen.
Who knows our address is better than me?
That was amazing. Bravo, Lukester.
That'll be my opener.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got a show coming up. Luke, I always love being on shows with the Lukester, so
I don't blame you.
I don't.
It'll be a good one.
Anyways, thank you guys very much, and thank you guys. Take it easy, guys.
Bye.
I don't know no better, so let's blame the weather. 'Cause I got no care when I hit my groove. 'Cause I got no care when I hit my groove. Well, my music's rolling, I'm moving to that kick and swing, and I put Zeppelin on when I feel the blues. I put Zeppelin on when I feel the blues.